Hey, it's Trisha Knitting Lady. I'm down at Fort Fisher. It finally stopped raining. And I need to get out and walk in the sand. So it's a beautiful day. Look how nice it is. I was walking in the water. It's a little cold. And as someone would say, no kidding. Here we go. Let me see if I can get a little closer. Yeah, it's a little icy. It feels good though. I always like how the water comes in and just hits one concrete barrier after another. I know, I could sit here and watch this forever. Hey, it's Trisha the Knitting Lady. How's everybody doing? I haven't moved since yesterday. That's not true. I have a different shirt on. This shirt I bought when I lived in Arizona. I went up to northern Arizona, and these are all Native American symbols. There's a museum up there in Flagstaff. So, like I said, it's Trisha the Knitting Lady. I hope you liked my little trip to Fort Fisher Beach. I had to walk along the beach today. So let me sit up a little straight. In fact, I'm one of these people that I have to sit up straight or else my back hurts. I can't slouch down in a couch. You know, some people prefer couches like that. You can lean back. That hurts my back. So let's do some trivia. And it's January 3rd, 2021. It's the birth dates of Eli Manning. He was quarterback for the New York Giants. Mel Gibson was born in 1956. Boy, he didn't age well. And J.R.R. Tolkien was born in 1892, died in 1973. You know, I've never read Lord of the Rings or any of those books he wrote. I know that was a big thing. People were reading them. I didn't even see the movie, Lord of the Rings, because I think I started watching, I lost track of the characters. I know. Anyway, did you know that the character of the Lone Ranger and the Green Hornet are related? They both started out as radio shows. Britt Reed, also known as the Green Hornet, is a grandnephew of John Reed, also known as the Lone Ranger. So both shows originated on WXYZ radio in Detroit, Michigan. Isn't that interesting? And also on this day, what else? January 3rd, 1959, President Eisenhower signed a proclamation admitting Alaska to the Union as the 49th state. Now, I've been to Alaska. I loved Alaska. If I didn't have family on the East Coast here, I would move to Alaska. I'm serious. I like the fact that it's so big. It's like a little bit of a wilderness. It's still got that attitude, less laws. You almost could get lost there, and almost like an escape, really. So I would move there. I really loved it. So let me tell you some things about Alaska. Then I'll tell you about something else that the anniversary for today. So Alaska is the largest state in the United States. It's massive. Half of it you can't even get to. You have to use a plane. When we went on a tour, we only went to the Denali area. We went to Denali, Anchorage, Homer. I'm trying to think. That's only a small section of Alaska. I remember the tour guide, who was excellent. I didn't go on a cruise. I went on a land tour. She was explaining that there are more planes in Alaska than there are cars. She showed me, we went to the nearest airport in Anchorage, and all you saw was small planes. That's how most people get around. Was the planes, they have to go somewhere else in Alaska. So, 14 of the 20 highest peaks in the United States, 17 are in Alaska, and one of them is Denali. It used to be called, McKinley, Mount McKinley, but went back to the native land, which makes which makes sense to me. A lot of Native Americans in Alaska, they have all different tribes, and Eskimos are just one of them. The Yukon River is almost 2,000 miles long. It's the third longest in the United States. There are more than 3,000 rivers and over 3 million lakes. A lot of water. Dog mushing is Alaska's state sport and once was the primary mode of transportation. Denali is the highest peak in the U.S. at 20,306 feet above sea level. There are two ratios that are unique in Alaska. Alaska has the highest male to female ratio in the United States, 107 men for every 100 women. Hey, maybe I'd meet somebody. Of course, my luck, I pick all the wrong guys, even in Alaska. That's another topic we won't go into. And the other ratio is there's one bear to every 21 people. A lot of bears. One thing I noticed out there, a lot of moose, and they were everywhere. There in the middle of the city, Anchorage, was moose. You just had to be careful driving. So there's homes to 8 national parks. Let me see if I can get the pronunciation right. Denali, Gates of the Arctic, Glacier Bay is near Juneau, Katmai, Canali Fords, Cobalt Valley, Lake Clark, and Rangela St. I can't even pronounce this one. But a lot of them you can't get to. I remember asking that when I was on tour. I said, well, how hard is it to get to the other national parks? And the tour guide said, unless you have a plane or unless you go during certain times of the year, you're not getting there because they're mostly under ice. Juneau, the capital of the state of Alaska, is the largest city in the United States, but no roads connect to the rest of Alaska or North America. It's almost like an island. You have to get there by boat or by plane. If it was a country, Alaska would be the 17th largest country in the world. I still want to go back to Alaska. I haven't been to Juneau. I'd like to go there. And I understand I couldn't go to certain parts of Alaska unless I really took a plane there, really wanted to be in wilderness, I don't know my age if I should do that. Go stay in a wilderness for a while. Maybe Juneau. Anyway, on January 3rd, 2004, now this is going to the other anniversary. The Mars exploration rover Spirit safely landed on the Red Planet, or Mars. It takes 8 months to travel to Mars. Can you imagine? It takes 3 days to reach the moon, but it takes 8 months to travel to Mars. Mars is smaller than the Earth. The diameter is half of that of Earth and 1/10 of the mass. Gravity is 0.38. So if you're 100 pounds on Earth, you're 38 pounds on Mars. It's a desert planet. Soil is toxic. Toxic. Okay, let's say that 3 times. Toxic. And the average temperature is minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit. So I guess you really don't live there. Mars' orbit around the sun is 287 Earth days as compared to 365 days for the Earth. Okay, and a day on Mars is 24.6 hours. A day on Venus, now wait to hear this, they popped this in. I thought I was talking about Mars, and then there's this thing on Venus. A day on Venus is 5,832 hours long, which would be 243 days on Earth. So I guess we're not going to Venus either, or else it's been a lot. We'd have to wait a, long time to have a day. Hey, imagine the cost of a hotel stay on Earth is, some of the cities it's like $100. Well, you're getting a good break if you get it for $100 a night. But that would really be good on Venus, because it would last you 243 days. Okay, now did that make sense? Is it supposed to make sense? Mars has 2 potato-shaped moons, and it's the tallest mountain in the solar system. Tallest mountain on Earth, Mount Everest, is 29,029 feet tall. Olympus Mons moon on Mars is 72,000 feet in height. Also has a diameter around 370 miles, which makes it roughly the size of Arizona. That's a big mountain. Atmosphere on Mars is more than 95% carbon dioxide with a dab of argon and nitrogen. I guess we can't breathe the air then. So I know they want to send the United States Space Force, they're working on sending someone to Mars in like 10 years. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That should be really interesting. They'll be spending 8 months to get there. And then they won't be able to breathe. So, of course, it's very important that they have oxygen in their spacesuits. Well, the same goes for the moon. So that will be something to look forward to. Maybe we'll be around to talk about it. That would be something. 8 months. So that's about it. I don't have much else to say. I finally finished my sweater and it's being blocked. So when I sew it together, I'll show it to you. That's about it. I know I'm mentioning about the giveaway again. People are not listening to me. If you want the yarn or the tote, please comment which one you want, and also how old I'm going to be. So if you just leave a comment without mentioning either one of that, I don't know if I can put you in the drawing. I don't think it would be fair. So please note if you want the yarn or the tote kit or both, and what age I'm going to be. And I gave you the formula yesterday. So that's about it. Take care. Have a good night. I have to get on the computer and do some work. Not exactly exciting. Take care.